Hey guys, hey, what's up? Welcome back to my channel, Divine Shade, if you're new. So today, guys, we're going to be talking about mermaids. And I am going to be breaking down Halle Bailey and all the characters that are involved with her. But that'll be towards the end of this video, but I really want to talk about mermaids. So lately, I've been seeing a large amount of tweets, posts, videos about Halle playing Ariel from The Little Mermaid. Of course, they're trying to make this a controversial issue. There's this tweet that is going everywhere, and if you go on Twitter, you can literally just type in key terms and a lot of stuff pop up, okay? And this person that made this tweet, I believe this person actually calls people to start thinking of this in a racial way. It's massive programming, conditioning, and brainwashing. This tweet, it says, "So after all the Africans y'all threw in the ocean, y'all surprised a mermaid is black." This tweet is making mermaids seem like something surface level when they're actually an entire deity, okay? So I went ahead and did Gematria. The person that posts this is obviously involved. Her name is Dat Witch, and I'm not cussing, but the B word. And I typed all that in. It equals 130, which links up in the same cipher with involved, which is 103. Also, her name is the real Big Fine One. All these low IQ forms of speaking, slang talk, is created to script more words. I showed you guys that in my PNB Rock video. He did all this slang, low IQ talking before he died. It was like his last post on his story, and I put it in Gematria. 83s everywhere, and 83 is associated with 38, which means murder, death, etc. Okay, her under name and scripted both share 94. This is a scripted involved person who purposely made this tweet to get a certain racial group upset to blame some imaginary oppressor, okay? I have not seen any oppressor, I guess you want to say anything negative about this movie or even care. I think this character that they put out to tweet this, she is controlling the narrative and people ran with it. So now everyone's mind is wrapped around a racial thing when the deeper message here is that this is a deity. People are worshiping an evil deity. People are caring about a freaking sea deity. Her name, Dat Witch, and script share 85 and 58 because what she said is obviously a script to say. And then it also shares 77. And then her Twitter name and scripted share 221 and 122. And then the time that she posted, Jesuit, which is Jesuit Order, which is the group that scripts everything, which is associated with their scripting and how everything's scripted. Blacks, because she's targeting blacks, and she even said they always love to target, in quotations, blacks. And the amount of likes that she got before that post was taken down, which is 10.7k, all share 42, aka 24. This shows that the amount of likes that it had before it was taken down is all scripted towards the target audience, the time, and it being some secret agenda. So infiltrating, and her name 77, same cipher in the reverse full reduction cipher. So obviously she's involved. And of course she had 13.3k followers and 33.1k followers. 33 is associated with masonry, and her following and followers are reversed. So if you were to take the 33 and then put the point behind it in her following and put the 1, it'll be the same as her followers. Probably scripting with the date that she joined and everything. Just very involved. I mean, she's openly admitting that she's a witch. Now, this is not saying that all witches are bad, but this is saying this person is obviously involved and is using some type of psychosis to make people believe her tweet. And here we go. Rolling Stones posted this, and they said that racists are worried about the historical accuracy of mermaids. This is all surface level. Mermaids are deeper than a skin tone or a physical human flesh body. They are totally different from that. I think this is huge mockery because all of this stuff is massive doublespeak. Right here it says, "I tried to be a part of their world, but a bunch of grown men kept whining about how mermaids can't be black. So I got the out of there." Mermaids are on another plane. Okay, it's deeper than them being just in the sea. They live on a whole nother plane. Okay, and I'm gonna tell you guys a story about all of that. So this is the whole thing of mermaids. They are a mythical creature. Some don't see it as a myth. Me personally, I think it's a huge analogy to sea deities. So on another note, it's insane how they've managed to influence the masses to care and awe over an evil deity again. So sirens, aka mermaids, are known in various religions, countries, and history as evil deities. In many lores, humans are constantly being tricked by them, whether it's in a lustful way or a tactful way. The celebrities that me and Conscious X expose, and all of them in general, they are parallel to these deities. For example, the Anderson 1836 story, he discusses how there is a sea community, there's higher level sea creatures such as Ariel. She's the daughter of the king of the sea, all right, and Ariel has sisters, and basically when they turn 15 they're able to go up to the human world. Okay, so basically when they're getting out of the water to morph up, they can become human. So they morph into a human body, but for a limited time only. Okay, so this is one of the original versions of the Little Mermaid. And of course Disney, they take these sick twisted stories and flip them to be all cute and cuddly and cozy so little kids can like them and grow up still being deceived and programmed by some fake meaning. Okay, and so right here, I'm going to read this to you guys. Ariel falls in love with a physical mortal prince and becomes adamant about transforming human and obtaining a vessel. I'm going to read this to you and then explain some more about this. So basically, this is a conversation between Ariel and her grandmother. And so I'm not going to read word for word, but I'm going to explain it. So Ariel, she asks her grandmother, can they live forever? Do they never die as we do in the sea? She's referring to the humans, and her grandmother said, yes, they must also die, and their term of life is even shorter than ours. We sometimes live to 300 years, but we cease to exist. Here we only become a foam on the surface of the water, and we have not even a grave down here of those we love. We have not immortal souls. We shall never live again. But like the green seaweed, when once it's been cut off, we can never flourish more. Human beings, on the contrary, have a soul which lives forever, lives after the body has been turned to dust. It will rise up through the clear, pure air beyond the glittering stars. As we rise out of the water and behold all the land of earth, so do they rise to the unknown glorious regions which we shall never see. And then Ariel, she asks her grandmother, why have we not a mortal soul? And then she mournfully says to her grandmother, I would give gladly all the 100 of years that I have to live to be a human being only for one day, and to have the hope of knowing the happiness of that glorious world above the stars. And then her grandmother says this, you must not think like that. She says that they're much happier than human beings. So Ariel's like questioning her grandmother, and she ends up saying, is there anything that she can do to win an immortal soul? So in summary, what this is showing is that humans are immortal, okay? But our vessels don't live as long as these deities' vessels live, okay? And that's perfectly fine. They seem to be more sad and more jealous. And as you see, she's very, very sad. She really wants to be a human. She wants to know that there's this afterlife. She wants to know that her soul lives on forever. And she wants to be human. It's like a luxury, you know? Having the long-lasting flesh doesn't even matter to her. And so she says, and this is where I'm going to talk about celebrities after I read this. So her grandmother assures her that she must not think like that and that they're much happier than human beings. And the mermaid, she's like going back and forth, and her grandmother tells her how to win an immortal soul, but she's strongly advising that she doesn't. She says, unless a man were to love you so much that you were more to him than his father or mother, and if all his thoughts and all his love were fixed upon you. The deeper underlying message of this is she needs a human to love her, like strongly love her, have all his or her thoughts wrapped around her, okay? And this is what celebrities do all the time. This is literally the best analogy to celebrities. This is why they do ever so much to win over people's attention, a fan base, draw our emotions. It explains why they seek this admiration, this attention, and this unconditional love from their fans so they can live on forever. And this explains why they even make all these different characters. They need that energy, they need that love, they need that attention to keep chugging along. This is another part that I found to be interesting. It says that a mermaid has not an immortal soul, nor can she obtain one unless she wins the love of a human being. This shows that humans are just so powerful, you know, where this energy, this source, this light inside of us is just huge. You know, the fact that these deities have to leech off that in order to keep chugging along in life. So let's get into some Gematria. So recently, this movie, this title has been seen everywhere. And as of September, there has been a lot of scripting going on. So I'm going to connect that to a lot of events that's been going on. So The Little Mermaid equals 96. Queen Elizabeth died recently in September at 96. Zendaya made history, won an Emmy Award, and she's born in 1996. And she's born in September also. Tupac's connected to this. He died September 13, 1996. So 1996 is all entwined. And then The Little Mermaid also equals 174. They recently had the 74th Emmy. And of course, Zendaya won an award. And then racial division is 196. And this whole thing is a racial division. They have people feeling like they are being oppressed, and then people that are thinking they're being oppressed are emotionally attaching themselves to a situation and getting mad at some imaginary oppressor. And so this is causing people to racially divide. So that is 196. All of these numbers are connected. So I just showed you guys all those 96 and 74 connections. So Halle Bailey is playing Ariel. Ariel and Bailey both share 54 and 45 in the English ordinal. They share 27 in the full reduction and 36 in the reverse full reduction cipher. And Halle Bailey, C, deity, killing, and distracting all share 47. As you guys can see from this, I highlighted it. Halle, being this mermaid, is causing massive distractions, and it has people worshiping a sea deity. And there was a lot of killings this month. Probably might be more. Distracting equals 74. So that shows that all those killings are distractions because killing equals 74. Then her name, Lynn Bailey, equals 47, associated with 74. Racial disturbance, black people, and sea creatures. The main thing is to get black people to feel like white people hate the idea of in quotations, black mermaid. It's all some big distractive surface level BS, honestly. So racial disturbance, black people, and sea creature all share 44. They've been planned this a long time ago. They've been planned for this Halle Bailey character to be Ariel in a movie so long ago. It's already been scripted and planned before. They've already planned that they were gonna make someone that presumes or infiltrates the role of being, in quotations, black to play a sea deity and to distract people or make a disturbance out of it, okay? And make it a racial conflict. Racial things, as you guys can see, they're like painting the mermaid. Honestly, it seems like a bunch of involved people are making these things. They're letting it go viral to get the masses upset, to think that this issue is bigger than it seems. So right here, I seen this on Google. It says, prepare for Halle Bailey to be essential for your reality. That's creepy. That's like saying, whoa, this deity's gonna enter your reality, your realm, so be prepared. So right here is Halle Bailey's whole breakdown. And Halle Bailey's base character is Eartha Kitt. And I'm gonna show you guys a bunch of side-by-sides. Another character involved in this is Sway Lee. Sway Lee and Halle are identical to each other. And the next character is Willow. She's also involved in this. Now, another thing to consider, there's a lot of characters involved in this. I mean, there's probably 100 characters involved in this. They make so many characters with this look. So here's a side by side of Swilly and Eartha, and they look identical to each other. And here's a side by side of Willow and Haley, and they look identical. Same eye spacing. That's something all of these characters share, is their eye spacing. Here's Sway Lee and Haley, and they look exactly alike. And here's Haley and Eartha, and they look so much alike. And here's Haley and Willow. And here's Haley and Willow again. They share the same jaw and chin and eye spacing. It's insane. And then right here is Eartha and Haley. They look a lot alike. And Sway Lee looks so much like a girl. So Sway Lee has a lot of weird tattoos, which I'm going to explain. So he has a snake and a lamp tattoo. And his meaning for this tattoo is that a snake symbolizes healing and rebirth, okay? And this makes sense because he is a rebirth of Eartha Kitt. He comes from her. His other character, Haley, she's playing a mermaid in a movie, right? And there is this old deity, Mami Wada. She's this West African deity, and basically she is a mermaid, and she has these snakes on her, of course. So the fact that he has snakes on him, his other character's playing a mermaid. At once seductive and dangerous, Mami Wada can shapeshift, disguise herself as human to wander busy markets or bars, according to African lore. Okay, so it says that she is paradoxically ascribed power of both illness and healing, lust and fertility. And then he has a rose tattoo. I don't know if this character is going to die. I'm going to make a more detailed video about all these characters because there's so many characters, and I'm going to do Gematria and stuff, but my main focus in this video was to talk about Haley and this mermaid situation. But this tattoo represents death because roses are associated with death. He's doing the horns. So yeah, guys, that's the end of this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like I said, I will be doing a more detailed video about Sway Lee, Haley, Eartha, and all of them because there's so many characters that they have, and I just know that there's so much gematria between all of them. So thank you guys so much for watching. I truly appreciate all of you.